Welcome to this week's episode of Follow the Cats. I'm Justin Thompson, in for your regular host, Ralph Patterson. I'm here with Coach Jeff Burkhammer with Lander Bearcats basketball. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good. Been a good week.
I noticed you got off to a 3-0 start against Emmanuel, Queens, and Brewton Parker. How did all that go for you?
Really good weekend and really a good week. 3 good teams, 3 good early tests, 3 good teams that have players back. Emmanuel was a team that played in the NAIA National Championship last year and returned to a first-team All-American point guard. Queens had about 6 Division I transfers. And then Brewton Parker just had a good, solid team that caused some problems. So 3 good wins for us to start the year.
That sounds good. What were you impressed with over the first 3 games?
Well, I liked how hard our team played. I thought we got better each game. We played 3 different styles of teams, which was good. And found ways to win all 3 games, all 3 hard-fought 40-minute games where we really had to work to finish the game. Emmanuel, we led most of the game and had to find a way to finish. Queens, we trailed a lot of the game and found a way to win. And then the Brewton Parker game was just a battle throughout. So 3 good games for us to start the year.
Okay, what type of things do you feel like your team needs to work on? Obviously, you don't want to complain with a win, but there's always room to improve. What kinds of things should they improve on?
Well, it's neat because you get to teach from a win, which is a nice thing. A lot better than trying to teach from a loss. And we really have talked a lot about guarding the ball better, keeping the ball in front of us, not allowing penetration, and then not giving up so many fouls. Early in the year, in our exhibition and our scrimmage, we fouled way too much. And we've done a better job with that. We've kept the ball in front. We didn't give up as many free throws. So I think that was a big emphasis. And then offensively, moving the ball and moving people a little bit better, being a little bit more efficient.
Yes, sir. I understand you have some highlights for us from all 3 games. If you want to jump into that.
That'd be great. The Emmanuel game, we played against a terrific point guard in Red Stanley. He got to the foul line a bunch of times in this game. In fact, he got there 17 times, so we knew we had a tough thing there. First play of the game, open the year, and they get a dunk. And I show it because it was such an amazing play that I thought everybody would want to see it. So it was just a heck of a play by a really, really athletic kid for Emmanuel, and that's how they start the game off. We come down after kind of be shocked right there probably and do a pretty nice job of keeping our poise and going ahead and finishing, actually scoring that possession. Here's that play again. Wow.
It's a pretty one there.
It's a heck of a play by their kid.
Talk about the resilience, though, of your team to come back and answer there.
Well, that's exactly what we did. You can see here we do a pretty good job and keep our poise. Don't allow the one play to affect us in the next play. And Ricardo Martin makes a nice post move. We get the rebound, kick it out, move the ball again, and J.R. Washington starts the year out with a nice 3-point shot.
Well, he sure is playing well. He's had a lot of points first 3 games.
J.R. is a terrific player. Done a really good job for us so far. Nice out-of-bounds play here. Scotty Elder slips a screen when they tried to switch. We get an easy basket. And, little plays like that, Justin, make a difference in a game. We won the game by a couple possessions, and maybe it's that possession. Great block by Elder here, and our freshman Kier Crouch. Nice pull-up jumper in transition. Kier's got a tremendous future in front of him. Side out of bounds. Don't really get what we want off the side out of bounds, so now we get into offense. And just like how we were moving the ball. Good job there. Nice pull-up jumper. Don't get it, so now we got to sprint back. And Kier Crouch, just being a pest, makes a heck of a play. Kier brings us energy. He really brings us energy. He brings us excitement. Really going to be a good player for us. Nice rebound here by Tobias Hose. We want to get out in transition now. Let's get out and push the ball. Nice job there of driving it, getting to the basket, and a good finish. It's another one of our freshmen, Marco Morales, getting a little bit of playing time. Really, really good shooter out of Arizona. Makes a good post feed there. Ricardo Martin with the turnaround. And Mike Lee, I thought, come off the bench and played terrific for us. There's an offensive rebound and a quick 2 points off a stick back. Activity defensively was good. Here you see a run out with Morales getting a layup off of a steal. Really good job of getting a deflection and turning it into points. Trying to run more this year, Justin, when we get the ball out. And here you see a nice pass from Alan Hardy to Shavano Cooper for another easy basket. Open the game up here a little bit. We're up 10, 12 points most of the first half. So they switch defenses. They go to a 1-3-1 half-court trap. We do a nice job of just being patient, moving the ball, and get the right guy the shot, get a good look out of the corner. We miss it, but then we do a good job of rebounding it, and there's Mike Lee again on the offensive glass. Now we're back to just regular half-court offense against man-to-man. Set play, a little screen-to-screener action, and nice pull-up by J.R. Washington.
Ball movement really keeps them off balance.
Ball movement, people movement, good screening actions. You know, a lot of good things go into running good offense. Here you see ball screen action to a stagger on the baseline. We don't get anything, so now we get duck-ins with our bigs. And really nice job down there of ducking in. Offensive rebound, re-attack, little step back by Mike Lee.
Good shot, good shot.
Mike's a 6'5" guard, so when he can get in the paint and use his size to jump up and shoot, that's a good thing for us usually. Tobias Hose on a tough move, but he gets a nice soft roll going to his left. Tobias, a left-handed player, really makes a good play going to his left hand. So now we come out early in the second half. First possession, they jump us in a trap. Guys react really well. Terrific job by our players right there of responding, seeing, getting the flash from the weak side. Out of bounds, here's another slip by Scotty, another basket. You know, I talked earlier, that's twice now we've got baskets off that, and we win the game, you know, by 4 points. So you never know what possession can change the game. Great block by Scotty Elder coming from the help side there defensively. Out of bounds again. We don't get the slip this time, but we're going to stay in it, see if we can't get something else. Mike Lee does a good job of just breaking his defender down. Nice pull-up jumper. Here we are in our traps on the out of bounds on the side, and we do a really good job of just being active here, cause them to have to make decisions, do something different, and they throw it away, and Crouch takes it and lays it in.
Points off turnovers are usually the telltale plays in these close games.
A big thing for us this year. We're going to score off our defense because we are going to do some things where we're trapping and pressing. Tobias Hose, nice penetration and pitch for an easy shot. Miller, the kid who can really shoot it, we knew that. Here we don't get up to him quick enough. They cut it to 4 late in the game. So we have to respond now. We've got to do a good job this possession. Let's come down and get a good look. We run a set play here, get penetration, and there's Kier on a nice little floater to finish the play. It seemed like every time they made a run at us, we were able to answer, and that's the mark of a good team. Here they try to trap us. We get out of the trap, reverse the ball, attack. Really nice play here by J.R. Washington. Right to a ball screen. We refuse the ball screen. Good step back. Get on the glass, Scotty. Scotty's just a warrior down there. He just works hard. Here you can see he gets about 3 attempts, and that's just outworking people. One of the things we know we get out of Scott Elder every night is he's going to attack you and he's going to work. This is Red Stanley there, just driving the ball at you, and we had a tough time keeping him in front of us. It was a difficult game with him. He gets to the foul line 17 times, but a terrific player, but we found a way to win.
That's one thing I noticed about free throw percentage. Is that something that you want to focus on more with the players on this team, as far as free throw percentage?
Well, I think that's something on every team. I mean, that's an important fact, an important part of the game. We get to the line 37 times in this game, which was terrific. We hadn't been getting to the line as much, but we only made 25 of them. Almost 68%. You want to be 70 or above for your team, and hopefully you got your best free throw shooters at the foul line more often than not, to where their percentage, our percentage will go up.
All right, Coach, I understand we have another game here, another highlight.
Got Queens. Queens, a very good Division II team out of Charlotte. 71-67 win. Another good win for us. It was a battle from the start. We got down early in the game. We got down probably 10, 12 points and kept hanging around, and find a way to cut it to about 5 or 6 at halftime. And then the second half was a good battle. Thought late in the game we did a nice job with our trapping stuff that picked the tempo of the game up and caused them some issues, and we were able to find a way to go ahead and win. Started out the game playing some man, some zone, kind of depending on makes and misses. Here you can see us attacking. We're in the blue now because we decided to come out and play in our road uniforms. We have brand new uniforms, and I think people liked them.
They look great.
Really good. Yeah, our homes and our roads. The nice little play by Tobias Hose to get us started there. And we got to come back in transition and keep them in front, and let's see if we can't make something happen on the defensive end. We're in our zone here, matching up a little bit. We got to keep the ball out of the high post. I thought our zone really bothered them in this game. You'll see they take a lot of time into possession to get a shot, and we're not doing anything that makes you go wow, but we are doing a solid job right here of just keeping the ball in front, covering up inside, and making them play around our defense, not allowing them to play in and out of it. And zone offense, you want to play in and out. And you see no passes inside the three-point line, and we force a bad shot, tough shot, get the rebound, and now it gives us a chance to run back at them. Alan Hardy takes it 94 feet and lays it in. Really nice play by Alan. Side out of bounds, and they're in the zone now. They're in the 2-3 zone, so we got to do a good job of attacking. This is one of the first possessions of the game where their zone tried to change up on us, make us think a little bit. So now we've got to do a good job of attacking. Got a guy in the high post and attack off the dribble. There's Kier Crouch again with the same kind of runner we saw a little bit ago. Mike Lee, nice catch and rip, drive to the basket, create the contact, get to the foul line. It's a stagger ball screen up high that we run, and then we'll pitch back to Shavano Cooper, who faces up, and that's a nice play for a four-man, a bigger athletic guy that can shoot a three. That causes defenses a lot of problems. You see we go in transition here again. Now we get set, and we're probably into a set play here. See we can't get something easy out of moving the ball and moving people. Good patience. Again, not in a hurry. Get a good look. That's Crouch with a three. We want to play as quick as we can, but at the same time be efficient offensively where we're getting the shot we want for the right people from the right spots. Here you can see our zone really active. Again, making them play around the perimeter, not allowing anything inside out, nothing into the post. Definitely want to keep the ball out of the high post in this defense. Justin, this is a little bit different type of zone than a lot of people play. We play a 1-1-3. Most people play a 2-3 or a 1-2-2. So we do some different things here with it and match up out of it. And terrific job there getting a tie up, getting us the ball back. This time they get a little bit of penetration, but we do a pretty good job of making them still take a tough shot. Now we get out in transition. Good job by Crouch to Mike Lee for an easy basket. Some you don't see a lot. They press off a miss here. And we do a pretty good job of recognizing, moving the ball, getting to the right spots so we can go ahead and get it up the floor. This is late in the first half. Mike Lee hits a big three right there to cut it to 5 at halftime. We come down, we get a stop here. So that was really an important play. Defensive transition, get a steal, and we want to push it right back at them. Really nice job here. Alan Hardy gets a steal, pushes it up, and hits Mike Lee for a dunk. Pretty high percentage shot, kind of what you want.
That's right.
Still in our zone, we get a steal off the out of bounds. Now we're going to push 2-on-1. Let's make a good solid play. Nice play again by Allen. Allen's a big point guard. It's a good play for him to get to the basket and finish. You see the game is still close. We're down 5 here. We come right back at him.
It's good awareness there with the putback.
Nice tip in by Scotty, hanging around the basket and getting us an easy basket off a putback. Tobias driving it, really good going to his left. Nice job of avoiding the charge and finishing the play. Go right back to our stagger on ball, kick back, and let's see what we get from here. Ricardo Martin makes a nice play, gets fouled, gets the basket. Big basket in this game. And as you can tell, we're going to the foul line now. Ricardo's going to shoot one. We're down 2. We've made a big play here, and we need to keep pushing. So now we get to the foul line. Ricardo's going to step up, and this is where you see guys talking. We know what defense we're getting into, but at the same time, let's be ready if anything gets kicked out. We run a little X play with our bigs on free throws, and we end up getting a tip out right here, pitch back to a three-point shooter, and this ends up being a 5-point possession for us. Great play by JR, nice pitch back by Ricardo, and we go from 4 down to 1 up in 1 possession.
Don't see that happen very often.
Don't see it happen very often. So that was a big, big play in the game right there. Here we run a set. Boy, we did a good job there of slipping the screen. And JR makes a nice pass to Schiavano for an easy basket. Doing a lot of good things in the game. This is a set where we get an isolation for Schiavano Cooper, and he goes right by the guy and lays it in. Really good job of running our offense there. Up 2, need a stop. Here we go to our trapping. We go to our trapping stuff. Nice job there. Almost have it. And still we get the ball back just by making them have to make decisions. Guys that aren't used to handling the ball have to handle it. Guys who not used to catching the ball have to catch and lay it in. And we got a turnover there. We got another turnover on a charge. So pretty good job defensively. Now let's see if we can come back. And Tobias is so good in transition in the open court. Gets us an easy basket quickly. You can see we're down 2 here late in the game. We're trapping in the full court. We got to keep working. Good job. Force another turnover. We made a big guy handle the ball there and make a play. He's not used to doing that. Still down 2. We need a good possession. We beat their pressure. Good job taking our time there. Good poise. All right, let's get something good in this possession. Get this thing tied up. They switch to zone. We do a nice job playing inside out, using our post people. Penetrate, hit a post on the dive to the rim. Nice play by Tobias Hose right to Schiavano Cooper at the rim. So now the game is tied. We need another stop. Big defensive possession here. We go to our zone. It's been good to us, so let's stay with it. And this is late in the game, less than a minute to go in the game. And we make a huge play right here. Cooper uses his athleticism, gets a tip on the ball, and now Crouch is off and running. And he's got to be one of the fastest guys in our league. And he just took off with it, got to the foul line, and stepped up, made a couple free throws, or made a free throw. And we come down, get a stop. Now we got to get it back in bounds, take care of it. Surprised here a little bit that they let us handle the ball so long without fouling us. But we were able to take 16 seconds off the clock here late in the game and really finish it out after they foul Tobias. And he steps up and makes the free throws. And we're able to go ahead and finish the game. Last possession, up 3. They get a side out. We're switching everything. So anything that crosses, we're switching. We did a good job here keeping it in front. We know they have to shoot a 3, so we're pressed up on the 3-point line. And that's their 5-man, their center that ends up having to take the last shot, which was great for us. I thought we were in good position when he had the ball with the clock running down.
Yes, sir. Tell us a little bit more about Tobias Hose. He seems to be a pivotal player on this team. It just coming up clutch at the end of that game. Just tell us a little bit more about him and what he brings to this team.
Well, Tobias is a kid we actually recruited out of high school. He was going to come and then decided he was going to go into service. And late in that summer, he decided to go junior college instead. So we started watching him over the last 2 years in junior college and ended up getting him to come to Lander. But Tobias is an interesting player. He can play really, we started him at the 3 spot, but he can play the 1, the 2, the 3, or the 4. So he is a really versatile guy. He's very good off the bounce. He can make open threes. He's a good free throw shooter, and he's been a good addition. He's been a good addition on and off the floor.
Very good. I understand we have some Bruton Parker footage now.
Yeah, this is the 3rd game in 5 days, so it was a big week for us to get opened up, but another good win, a 76-66 win over a Bruton Parker team that had played Troy State at Division I school to a 2-point game at halftime, ended up being about a 10-point game, but Bruton Parker's got some good players. They're going to win a lot of games this year, and it was another good battle for the Bearcats. Another game where we had 4 guys in double figures. Did some really good things in this game. Here we do a nice job setting a stagger screen on the baseline and got J.R. Washington a wide open 3, and he nails it. Working here defensively. Here we come in our traps. So we tried to trap them a lot early in the game. We wanted to make the game quick, and then we get a turnover off a walking call. It's one of those games that after you win 2 and you take a day off, you got a day to practice, you want to come back and be really, really active. So we started the game out trapping a lot, and we just want to make sure guys got moving. Here's great ball movement again. We get JR a wide open 3 at the top. We didn't trap as much in the second half. We did a lot in the first half. Here you see trapping there again. Nice rotations by Ricardo Martin for us to get a steal. Now we're off and running. And this is Asger Jort's first basket, I believe, and it's a dunk. And what a great play, and a really nice pass from Tobias. But Asger's a guy that's a freshman that you're going to hear some about. Here he is making another nice move. Asger's 6'10", 230-pound freshman from Denmark. But he's a kid that's going to have a terrific career here. And happy we were able to get him in the game, and he was able to play well. Isolation again for Cooper. Nice play here. Shivano's so quick at the 4 spot that bigs have a tough time guarding him off the bounce. So we'll do some things to get him an opportunity to take the ball to the rim. Just patience, just driving it, patience to see what we got. Good move again, good kick. We get Crouch at the top. Nice pass by Ricardo Martin, not forcing the issue in the post. Sometimes post guys get the ball in and they think they've got to shoot it. And a bad shot with the post is no different than a bad shot on the perimeter. Set play out of a timeout. We ran an alley-oop to Shivano, and the pass wasn't right on target, so we just laid it in. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Again, good ball movement. Little pull up there by Tobias Hose. Real soft shot. We led this whole game, Justin, but it was never comfortable. We just could never get comfortable in the game. Really nice move, Ricardo Martin, driving it, laying it in there. But they just kept battling. Every time we'd get up 13, they'd cut it to 6. We'd get up 14, they'd cut it back to 5. It was a struggle the entire game. But they've got a good team. They got a 6'9" kid inside. They got a really good guard in LaBouffe. They got a good group.
That just shows how important it is to play the whole game and not take plays off, series off.
Absolutely. I mean, here's a great example. We had to play the entire possession. And the shot clock was running down, and we forced a tough pass, and they throw it away. And you never know, 1 or 2 possessions in a game can completely change how a game goes. Nice job there. Good job of not being impatient. Good. Reversed the ball about 3 times on that possession and got a great shot. Probably think 4 of the 5 guys on the floor touched the ball during that possession. Beautiful job. Help side defense, stepping in and taking a charge. Looked like Washington took it. Really, really good job of being in the right position at the right time. Second half, now we're up 11. Let's open this thing up. Let's take it from 11 to 13, and we do here. We make a nice post move, nice post feed. Scotty Eller with the finish. Defense creating offense again. Kier runs this down. Not sure how he got to that because I didn't think there was any way he could get to it, but he ran it down, kicked it back in, and we get an easy basket out of it. This is their best player, LaBouffe, who's a really good offensive player. And we did a pretty good job of attacking him and not letting him get going. Mike Lee makes a terrific play here. They made a little run ass. Here we go back up 9 and put him into foul line to go up 10. Set play again. Get it right into Asger, who doesn't force the issue. Good kick out. Mike Lee with a 3. And that was a big shot. They had cut it to 5 there. And now we go back up 8. It was a possession-by-possession game. Long shots create long rebounds, which create runouts. And these couple possessions right here with Cooper with the dunk were probably the difference in the game. It puts us back up 10. And we come right back. We need another stop. Good deflection there. Now we get another run out. Mike Lee gets a layup. So a quick 4-point spurt right there. And those little spurts, if you get enough of them, they'll win games for you. Another set play that we go to. We're going to try to get Allen to the basket. He creates help. Good job moving the ball again. Move the ball again. Move the ball again. All right, we don't get anything. Now let's be patient. Let's get something good here. And JR just takes his guy to the rim and gets the foul in the basket. Just a good, solid play by a veteran player. So now we're up late in the game, 71-62. We want to take some time off the clock, and then we're going to get into a set. We do a good job of taking the time off, not really looking to force the issue here. Let's just be patient, be patient, be patient. Their biggest enemy now is the clock. If they don't have the ball, they can't catch up. So we want to take care of the ball. We go ball screen, pitch back to Ricardo Martin. Beautiful. Really, really nice job of offense. So we finished the game the right way. We found ways to win. All three games were different styles of play, but it was really 3 good games for us early in the season.
Well, what really stood out to me is the mix on this team of size and speed. y'all have an exceptional blend of that on this team. And that brings up the scouting and recruiting. I understand you have the weekend off.
It's
a good time for scouting and recruiting.
Yeah, and I agree with you on our team. We can play big, we can play small, we can go really athletic, we can go bigger if we want to. So we can play a lot of different ways on offensive end and the defensive end. And some of that goes back to scouting and recruiting. And this weekend we're off. We don't play this weekend, which is kind of odd. Most teams are probably playing, but we have about a week to practice. But this weekend we'll go recruiting on Friday and Saturday. We'll also scout a team on Saturday night. We got Middle Georgia in a couple weeks. We'll have a chance to go watch them play. Had a chance to see College of Coastal Georgia last night down at Augusta. So it's a weekend where we're still busy, even though we don't have games.
You mentioned College of Coastal Georgia. That's who you have Tuesday at 7:30. I understand that's a home game, correct?
We don't play a road game till January 3rd. So we got a lot of home games for folks to come and see. And I can tell you this about College of Coastal Georgia. They are the biggest team that we will play this year. They are huge. They've got 7-footer, they've got a 6'10" kid, they've got just a bunch of big guys. They are by far the biggest team that we will play. So that'll be another good challenge for us on Tuesday night.
And then you'll have, of course, we have Thanksgiving Thursday. You have Ohio Valley University coming up. I understand there's some ties to Ohio Valley.
Ohio Valley is in West Virginia. It's in Parkersburg, West Virginia, about 10 minutes from where I grew up, and it's where I used to have our Shoot for the Stars basketball camp for a number of years. So it's, we've got some ties there with Mike Snell, the head coach, is a good friend of mine, and they wanted to come south and play in a tournament. They're actually going to play Wofford on Tuesday, and then they'll come over and play in our Classic on Friday and Saturday. So we'll play them on Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon we play Allen University. But they're doubleheader games. Also playing in that Classic will be Lenore Ryan. So it should be two good games on Friday, 2 good games on Saturday, and another big week for the Bearcats. 3 games in about 5 days again.
Okay. What type of what things have stood out to you about these upcoming games, about the teams that you're going to be playing in the next few?
Well, I think they're teams that will help prepare us for the Peach Belt Conference, because once we get through these next 3 or 4 games, we're into league play from there out. And I think these teams are good teams for us to play against. We'll see different styles. Hopefully we'll get to play a lot of different people. I think Tuesday night will be a big test against Coastal Georgia. I think they got a very good team. And then we come back and play back-to-back again, which is always a challenge when you play back-to-back weekend. So another good week for us. We got 3 or 4 days to prepare here. We got some things we can add now, work on, change, and then from there out, we got to be ready to play.
Well, you mentioned the extra practice time. What things are you going to focus on real hard in practice this week coming up on your next game?
Well, I think execution offensively. We're really going to work hard on spacing, driving the ball, making sure the ball's moving, making sure that the players are moving. I think it's important that we continue to execute sets that we run at times a little bit more efficiently. And then we're going to work defensively on continuing to keep the ball in front, work on our zone, and then we may add a couple things defensively that we're doing. The other night against Bruton Parker, we didn't do a great job of running out of our traps, so that's another thing that we'll be really concentrating on is once the ball comes out of our trap, if we have our fun and we don't get the steal and we don't get deflections, then we got to get matched up again. So those are some things that we'll be working on this week and hopefully get better at.
And it seems like you work a lot on conditioning, the way your team plays as fast and as hard and as they're in on every play. I mean, you have to condition them to deal with that during the game.
Well, we did a lot of preseason conditioning, and then in practice, we don't do a lot of running at the end of practice, but we do a lot of running while practice is going on, whether it be 5-on-5 up and down or things that we're doing individually up and down the floor. Try to get our conditioning in that way. It's more basketball conditioning than it is just running. So we do think our team's in pretty good shape, and the way we want to play is fast. We want to get up and down the floor offensively. We want to be able to trap and pressure defensively. So we do have to be in pretty good shape. And the other thing that comes into play there, Justin, is our depth. We've been able to play more guys this year. I think our depth is better than it's been. If you can play 8, 9, 10 guys, I think that helps everybody. So we're excited about that part.
Well, thank you, Coach, for the information. It was a great week, and we look forward to next week with Ohio Valley. And come out, enjoy the games after Thanksgiving. If you're still hanging around, we would appreciate your support, Bearcats. And we wish you luck on all the rest of the games.
Look forward to seeing everybody there.
Well, that's it for this week's Follow the Cats episode. Be sure to tune in next week and come out to the games and support your Bearcats. I'm Justin Thompson. I'm with Coach Burkhammer. Thank you much.